up to this point, and I'm in a very toxic state of mind right now making this video, but up to this point, I've always regarded the symbol of the cross to be a symbol for the environment, a place where two lines comes together to make a point, to give indication, at least if you can't see it, another dimension, you know, obfuscated by the point where the two lines cross, being a point that is coming at you, a new dimension, and you can't see it because it's coming at you. Also, it's a tesseract, right? A symbol for the positive side of the electronic field, which actually uh, was part of a mystery system that's deteriorated, right? So flipping over made, it's possible to cope, because we've also grafted the solar phallic deity into Saturnalia, and it's a reference to a charge, like positive charge, right? Saturnalia and Mecca and Medina. It's so convoluted. They have what they say is adamantium, right? I don't know if adamantium exists. I know unobtainium somehow got to the stock market, but you can't have unobtainium. So how it exists? Okay, you can name something anything. You can name a morphology, with your last name and find out that it was just a morphology, and it's the same species that was already there, named. It already had a name. And most of the name for morphology is like purpose that we give it for what happened in the experience when we found it, right? So it's like if you found a mushroom and you thought it was edible and you ate it and you got sick and you barfed it up, and it's like, oh, it was a flirt. It was not what you thought. It was a flirt. And have a mushroom called a flirt, So it's like a really weird area. I just went down a rabbit hole. It was a fun rabbit hole to go down sometimes. I can't really elaborate on it now. But the symbol, right? When it's the crucifix, right? It's a crucifix because it's like charged or it's not charged. When it's in the middle, it's just the environment. When it's discharged, it's up like it was when in the symbol for Christian, right? And when they crucified the John upside down, it was a symbol for a charged and cocked and loaded tesseract, right? Which you put on a shell to fire information, right? And it's a pistol, like a dick. It's just a symbol. Like even your body is a diaphragm of outline of a box in the Hippocratic Oath. But this is nobody's fault. It's already like that when you got here. It was a symbol for genetic annihilation, and I don't know how. But I mean, I can't even say to some people because now I can't even deny that it means that. But I thought a burning tomb was a symbol for genetic annihilation because that's the end of your lineage when it's a burning tomb on the record, like that means that you died and you didn't have children. There's some bullshit going on. But anyways, it's not your fault. It was like that when you already got here. It's still just a symbol for the positive side of the electronic field, which you can say is actually flipped, right? So it should be the minus sign is the positively charged sign. It's like funny, right? Like the sun is where you get solar phallic energy, but it's feminine, like noon is the goddess noon, like high noon. And Mars is the masculine energy, but before that, it was the feminine energy. Even man is just the masculine half of the female aspect. So I know we've heard this before, and I keep drilling it because it kind of fits in to like places where for me, it's relevant because I'm dealing with that right now. It may even be fresh and new if you've even heard this before and you're hearing it again, because like I'm already like you know, experiencing it from another, So we're trying to see what clicks in with Mother Nature. um, and I don't think that concept genetic annihilation is anything that any living organism should have to contend with, because you're already here. And if your dick works, you could make a baby and watch your genes hurling into the future. So if that is a symbol for genetic annihilation, then you're not supposed to be able to fuck. So I don't understand. I don't get it. Is there like some interest in outlawing or banning pussy that I can conspiracy theory? Because like, what the fuck am I supposed to do something with that? Am I supposed to promote it? Am I supposed to promote it? Like say oh, they're afraid of it. Like they can't fuck. I don't even know his dimension. I don't even know their dimensions. I don't want to see his dick. Anyways, there must be aliens that must exist, or a counterfeit robotic person who's like like, okay, here's the other part, right? In therapy, like this is I first I was reading this book, the ISIS Papers. I might have agreed with it when I wasn't meant or supposed to agree with it for what and it's something, it turned something in me, and it's like, you don't have to deal with this right now, right? Just at some point in time, I'm gonna show you the error of your ways, right? And then I look back at this thing and I see it's like very damning of all across the board. Like it doesn't matter if you're white, black. And then but I noticed the writer, right? Sometimes she takes a detour, which she might be right? But then at the same time, it's kind of petty, because you can't relate like coprophagia to smoking cigarettes or eating chocolate and drinking coffee, right? I mean, either way, you have shit. You're walking around with shit in your stomach, like in your belly, right? Just carrying it around. Your skin flakes, oils, it's got to be stripped away every day. You're just pushing it out. You're just pushing out the cancer cells, right? The cancer, not the cancer cells, the cancer, which is the shit, which is cancer energy, which is actually not bad. It's actually good for decomposers. That's what they get for rendering the food that we put on the table. They get the shit, the dung and everything. Like they thank you, give us this, we'll give you that, because then that's negative charge, and to us that's positive charge. And the positive charge, you get a charge off the cleanse, which is the cleanse is your religion, right? Only how you that's like a methodology for how you cleanse yourself. And some people take a long time to cleanse because they got blood on their hands and they can't wash that shit off. It take a long time. So that cleanses keep your religion from getting that blood on your hands, so that it gears you the right direction, right? You're the true religion, right? But they've used this secularism and the connotation that religion is along the lines of dogma, fanaticism, to drive us around from the working to the partying, like overwork you to the part you party too hard, then you feel guilty, then you go to church, and then church, they like bread and they need bread, so what I'm saying, so then you gotta work, you gotta hustle up some work, going round and around and around and around, and there's no secularism outside of the mainstream, and secularism will never acknowledge anything that isn't mainstream, because they don't care. They just fucking take the food. They just take you in. And it's through that symbol and telling you that it's a genetic annihilation, because then it'll impart those petty resonate, like you resonate, it'll impart this vibration, this pettiness, and you know what I'm saying, and you'll push that to your kids, and then they'll come in and mediate, they'll come in and save you, they'll come in and dispense, you know, like um, you know, for a more conducive, productive, you know what I'm saying, like they become that, and they're selling you drugs, and who's they and all this like that. It's really us. I'll deal with that. I'll say it's us, because if I look at the situation and who I am right now, like I like my chances right now that I'm not gonna be you know, culpable for all that, you know. It's just like, wow, in this time then they really fucked up, because they didn't know who I was, you know, and they were upset that you know, not us. And us could be anybody, right? Us, how you rock, how you party, how, you know, do you party and stuff, you know. I made a long video. It's also why menstrual blood is more powerful than solar phallic energy, because that crosses the solar phallic energy, the sun, right? The son of God, right? Solar phallic energy is sunlight and semen. Menstrual blood is more powerful because that sign, that crucible, that sign, it's like it's cut. It's like what's it called? It's how you get the wound, right? That's why you age and die. That's why you get old and die. And it's a wound, so that through that symbol you're reborn, and all of and see, like, you're reborn through the Great Mother, and all of her sons have a wound. So I'm looking at this book, the Isis Papers, and I've been off and on again. Like, I've had issues with it, and then understood it more, and I realized I can't condemn, like, her perspective, and I can't even say that she's right most of the time and not right all the time. It's usually how you take the information and internalize it, then push it out, that you know, whereas if it's still like, you want what you sell to have value still when you sell it, or else you're going to be poor. Just understand, you're going to be poor. Maybe you're not poor right now, so it's not evidence, but if you don't want what you sell to be valuable, so sell your business and pay attention doesn't mean to sell your business. It just means to pay attention to the effect that your product that you're selling has on people. So that'll let you know if you're still in business. And fuck, is that enough? I guess it'll have to be for now.